Guys, this is Barn with Pro Box Respect TKO. I'm at the TKO boxing gym with young professional fighter Kaisy Khademi. How are you, buddy? You alright?
Yeah, how are you? You alright?
Yeah, good. It's a little bit cold,
yeah,
but we got the heater on, so it should hopefully warm up.
Hopefully, yeah, it should warm
Absolutely.
up.
Kaisy, before we start, I just want to sort of go into your early days before we start about your amateur and your professional career. Currently, you're 3-0. Super flyweight?
Super flyweight, yeah.
Super flyweight, brilliant. Okay. I believe that you grew up in Afghanistan.
Yeah.
Okay. And doing the breakout of the Taliban, a tremendous story, but you and your family made it from Afghanistan via various countries to the UK. Just very briefly, tell me about that. That must have been, I mean, I know you was young, but you know, your family must recollect that, and it can't even.
The Taliban just took over Kabul, the city of Afghanistan, capital city, and then the place where we used to live was called Taimani, and that place, the first target they had was there. That they came in and they were killing a lot of people, especially people that look like me, some Hazara face looking like. So our family was in kind of danger. So our family we left Afghanistan, went towards Pakistan, because that was the closest country, that's our neighbor. Sure. So it was then Peshawar for like a year and a half, and we still didn't feel safe. People still coming knocking on our door. And it's not your country, is it? It's not home. And the only person that we had abroad was my older brother. Okay. Who was my second older brother, but at that time he's the older. He's still the older brother now, because my older brother passed away in Afghanistan. Sorry to hear that. He got assassinated in front of my mom and dad. So, but yeah, my second older brother was in UK, and he worked very hard, man. He brought. 40 of us, member of our family, was in Pakistan. Wow. He worked very hard. He didn't have enough money. He didn't have the paperwork to get us there on airplane and so he had to pay some money to get us through country to country. So we went to Russia, we went to Slovakia, Hungary. We went so many countries. We got to Germany, and Germany was there for like about 5 months in a camp. But our brother still wanted us to come to UK to make sure that we, And we still left Germany. We didn't agree there to stay there. We came towards France, and from France we jumped on a lorry, and we got to here. And this. Oh my God, amazing story. So, do you have any memories yourself of those times, and especially country to country? Do you recollect? I was young. Yeah, I was young. I remember when we left Russia, it was in a jungle, and we were making our next destination was to get to Germany. So it was going through many countries. Yeah. On a train. Car, walking through jungles, rivers at night time, hiding from the police, like Slovakian police and all that. And I remember, man, we was inside the little shed, and I lost my shoe in the mud, and I was crying, man. I was crying because I was like, I didn't have shoes, and I was walking through jungle. I had cut someone thing, and my family was begging me to be quiet so they don't get caught from it. It's crazy, man. I remember. Wow. But once we got to Germany, it was we kind of calmed down, because a bit safe. Germany was a bit more civilized, and so it was a bit, but our main aim was to get here. Our main goal was to get to UK, to where your brother was. My brother was here, and he's the only one that could give us that extra safety. So we got here. I mean, from France, we jumped on a lorry twice. It took us to the wrong destination. We was the first one was inside a meat lorry. Okay. We were stinking. We were trying to hide there, and it went to wrong. We didn't hear the boat sound. So we had to knock until the guy called the police, and the police came and took us back to the camp. The second time we tried again, and the third time we tried, it was a fruit lorry, and it was a very cold. It had a freezer inside, and out of the top part of the lorry where the air was coming out, the freezer was letting the air come out, and I was there. I remember I had a lot of clothes on. And
it's still been colder, huh?
Yeah, man, it was freezing.
Freezing, a bit like today.
Even worse than today. Yeah,
I imagine.
I remember. Yeah, I was about 5, I think I was. We heard the boat sound, so we knew the lorries coming towards here. So we stayed there until we heard the second lorries. I mean the boat sound, so that we know that we're already coming off now to UK. And then about 2 hours, 3 hours, we stopped knocking at the door, and then the driver called the police. The police came, and I remember when the police came in, my face, everything was frozen. Wow. Wow. And they looked after us well. They kept us a bit warm. They took us to the cell. They asked us questions, all the normal regulation and stuff. And then after a year, I mean, they called my brother. My brother picked us up, and You know, we
Wow.
gave them a hand, and from now until
course.
now, we came across. You know, we're very grateful to where we are. You know, it's the land of opportunity. We take
Absolutely.
the best. We take the best that this country's given us, and that's it. I mean, you know, we love it.
Listen,
Right now,
hats off to you and your family for the struggle.
Thank you.
Did that provide a motivation for you to get into boxing as well? Obviously, there's a certain toughness to you as well, right,
yeah.
to survive all that.
I mean, it was a journey. I knew that. I mean, the journey itself was something that a lot of people couldn't. I mean, I still know families that are still 5-6 years. They've been trying to get here and they're stuck.
Struggling. Yeah.
They're struggling. They can't. So we're very grateful that we done it in that time.
Yeah.
And it was a journey. And it was a goal. And it was you know, we all worked. We put a lot of effort to get here, and you know, we put a lot of work. We didn't give up. And I think having journey towards towards something that you want to do, it's always going to be a journey, but you have to go through it and believing in yourself,
That's
having
right.
faith, believe.
And there's adversity there, but you just got to come through it, isn't
Yeah,
it? A
that's
bit like
it.
boxing.
Yeah,
you
bit
know?
like, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, boxing was something that you know, when I got to secondary school, I had friends. And my friend was, you know, I can't say they weren't good, but they were young.
Yeah.
You know, I was easily influenced into what they were doing. So, you know, I picked up some bad habit and that. But I mean, boxing was something that kept me out of roads and all that. I mean, I got friends still in prison and that, which is not good. And you know, I hope they've learned their lesson. They come out. It was good for me because my family stood behind me, saying, you know, that's the wrong way. That's what happens, and this is the right way. Do something that
Positive,
you like.
yeah.
And yeah, and a boxing club. I remember I joined in boxing club at 2008. It was Walthamstow. It was a boxing club, Walthamstow Club.
Sure.
It was Noel's gym, and you know, we went there first day. I went with my former mate. We went there, and this kid next to me was in the beginner class, and this kid comes up to me, goes, "Do you want to spar?" So we said, "Okay." So you know, we
went for it, yeah.
We went for it, and then I remember the first round of 10 seconds. The guy was on the floor. I opened my eyes, I shut my eyes, I threw a punch, and then
You thought I could do this.
and then you know, the coach liked it, and then he started working on my craft, you know, working on my everything, from punches to skills and to everything, fitness, and that's what kept me inside the gym. And now, then I had an aim and a goal to be a world champion, and you know, at that time I wasn't really interested into looking boxing, and the only people that I used to look at was Floyd was fighting against Oscar De La Hoya,
yeah,
2009. You know, he fought a great fight, and you know, that's when I started becoming a big fan of Floyd. You know, he had 50 Cent. 50 Cent used to be one of my favorite rappers, so him coming along with him, you know, it kind of put me on a boat. But you know, and Pacquiao as well.
Yeah.
Just looking at them, and that just keep motivating me, keep putting the hard work here.
Of course.
And you know, the HBO had a 24/7 to.
Yeah, they're following both boxes, leading up to.
So good, yeah.
Who did you think was going to win that fight? I mean, for me, it was always going to be Floyd because of his size and his skill set. But you know, at the time, pound for pound, 1 and 2.
Yeah, before the fight happened, I mean, when the talking started, I thought it was Pacquiao because Pacquiao had that fire in him, that hunger.
Yeah,
you know, he was still hungry. You know, they brought him as a kind of journeyman to fight in the USA, and you know, he came in as a underdog, and he done everything, and so I thought Pacquiao had the hunger, and you know, he could win the fight. But as the year went past by, I see Pacquiao kind of fit. That hunger went away from that fire, went away from him. He lost against Marquez, and
yeah, that was a heavy loss, wasn't it?
The Pacquiao didn't look the same. You know, even the performance didn't look that good. The hunger wasn't really in him.
Yeah.
You know, and but then when the final fight was agreed, I went with Floyd. I said, Floyd, you know, Floyd's gonna outclass him because that's what Floyd. He's the smartest boxer. I think he knows the timing of everything.
He fought his natural fight, didn't he?
Yeah.
And it was up to Pacquiao to take the fight to him.
Yeah.
But I don't think, to be fair to Pacquiao, he couldn't really get close to Floyd.
Floyd was too smart, too sharp. Kept him.
So you definitely grown
up. At that time I was in Los Angeles.
Oh really?
I was trying to get
to Vegas,
but I couldn't. I was stuck in Los Angeles, and I remember watching the fight in Los Angeles. I was in California near Disneyland, but I was at Wildcard Gym. I was training at Wildcard Gym.
Oh yeah, Freddie Roach's gym.
And the next day, I mean, Freddie came straight away. I was there. I was training, and Freddie came straight away to train Carl. Because I think Carl was fighting. I don't know who he fighting. He was preparing him for a fight. And yeah, man, but America, man, it was one of the best best thing I did, man. Just to go there and spar great boxers there. I mean, sparred, yeah.
It's a good experience, isn't it?
Best experience, I reckon. But
absolutely. So your amateur career, just briefly talk me through it, because you mentioned you trained with Peacock Gym, was it?
Yeah, I mean, I started. I've got my first license at Walthamstow. Worked a couple of fight for thing before the amateurs, and then once he got me the amateur license, I had about 4 or 5 fights there. Then moved to RJ Boxing Club. I was the first boxer there, first amateur boxer there. We fought there. We got a couple of championships like novices, and then I went to Peacock. In Peacock, you know, we did good. We got to the London Under-20s final, and then I was disqualified because I had my one of the clubs still, one of my old coaches still had my license there, and they brought it there, so they disqualified me in London final, Under-20s. So I mean, yeah, that kind of put me off, and then we just entered the ABA. In ABA, we fought the former ABA champion, who was Lucian Reed, because the new law came in that GB boys has to be seated.
Okay.
So Kaisy Khademi was seated as a front, and Lucian Reed, who was a former 2 times ABA champion, he had to start all over again. And you know, the first, because I was from Peacock, he was from West Ham, so the first person I had to fight was him. You know, he was a tough guy, sharp guy. You know.
And as you know, he's doing well himself. I think he's about 6-0 at the moment.
Yeah, he's doing great.
Well.
He's doing great. Okay. And you know, I took a cut. It was a good fight, but you know, we wanted to share the ring again at the amateur time. And he got busy because he got selected. He got to the final. He lost against Kaisy Khademi, but he got selected to have a try for GB. And yeah, so he got busy for that. And then I ended up having more fight. But it was good. It was a good journey. The whole journey was a good journey. Good. I had 28 fights, about 6-7 losses as amateur, so which was against top guys. You know, against all under top 10 GB boys. But yeah, I mean, it was a good journey. So I knew it was about time to turn professional, because my style was more like a proper thinking game on a counter shot. Yeah. And amateur never used to work like that. I mean, the judges didn't really see the judges; you just see the work rate. But I mean, now, yeah, the pro, my aim is,
suits you a lot better, doesn't it?
Much better
I think, just very quickly, I think you and Lucian are at different weights now at the moment as well.
Yeah, very different weight. I mean, I think he's lightweight. I'm not sure. He's not lightweight. He might be super featherweight.
Could be. He's less than you though, right?
No, I'm lighter than him.
Are you lighter than him?
Yeah, I'm very lighter. I mean, I've never fought this weight, but Johnny said, you know what, you can make this weight. So I agree to him, because Johnny, you know, he's a great coach.
Great coach, very renowned.
You know.
How do you feel training under Johnny Eames? You know, he's
I
very
feel great.
renowned
Honestly,
coach,
I feel great. He works with my comfort. He knows in what way he can teach me and what way he can't. So he knows everything.
He's very direct.
It's like very direct. And you know, I like someone like that. You know, pushing me. You know, taking me out of my comfort zone, and at the same time taking me to my comfort zone. So, you know, he knows exactly how I work. So that's why we had a 2-week trial with him. He gave me a 2-week trial before I turned pro. Yeah. And you know, things clicked between us, and that's the good thing about me. Usually, coach would be like, "No, if you want to train me, train." He gave me a trial where I could think of it, and I had time to think of it. He was the right guy, and he was the perfect guy for me. Great.
So you're 3-0 now. You mentioned hopefully April your 4th fight. How long you been with Johnny now?
I've been with Johnny not almost a year, about I think 8-9 months.
Okay.
Yeah, okay. I mean, you know, once we got a license, we got a license in July, and yeah, we fought in October, December, and February. Now we're looking to fight in April.
And Mickey Elliott is your manager?
Mickey Elliott is working with us. My manager is Johnny Eames as well.
Johnny Eames, okay, and he's your promoter.
Yeah, he's my promoter. I mean, we haven't signed anything, but I mean, he's working with us great. So he's giving me fight, which is good, and he's giving me publicity. So I'm grateful for that as well.
Excellent. Listen, it's been a great chat. Amazing story. And I wish you all the best, you know, in your continued path. You know, you're still undefeated, so keep working hard under Johnny. Before we leave, is anybody you want to shout out to? Say any thank yous?
I want to thank you first. It's a pleasure for doing an interview with you.
Thank you, Kaisy.
I've got on Instagram, on a Twitter, Kaisy Khademi, Kaisy Killer. If you can follow me, it'd be great.
Perfect.
Yeah, I mean, April I'm fighting, end of April. So it'll be my first 6th round of fight. And you know, we have an aim and a goal for this year, so right now working very hard towards it. And so yeah, make sure if you all can come to April, I'll put a firework again.
Excellent.
Thank you for having me.
Look forward to it. Take care, Kaisy.
Thank you, sir.